Hello, my name is Michael and welcome back to my workspace. So in our last video, we talked about tuples and the time before that, we went over lists. Today, we're going to be going over sets, and sets are another type of data structure in Python, and they're really useful when working with data where the ordering of the elements does not matter, as well as the frequency. What I mean is that sets remove any duplicated value. So let's just get started here. I'll show you some examples. I have VS Code open up. I'm going to create a new Python file called sets.py. And to create a set in Python, we'll go like, I'm going to type in set1, and it's equal to, and notice that I have to use a keyword set wrapped around the parentheses, and this is how we create an empty set in Python. And we're also going to create another set here, and this time around, I'm going to populate it with elements. And the way we do that is, so again, use the keyword set, wrap it around parentheses, and within the square brackets, you put in your elements separated by comma. So 10, and then it doesn't have to be the same data type. It could be anything you want. So we have a couple numbers here, a Boolean, and even a string. And I'm going to print out the type of set1 and set2 to show you that we did in fact create a set. And I'm just going to copy this line down and switch it over to 2. So now I'll save it and let's run this output. And down here, you see that we have 2 sets. We have made 2 sets, okay? So this is the 2 method that you can create a set in Python. I'm going to go ahead and now make things easier by removing this other one and removing one of this print statement. And now we don't even need to print out the type anymore. I do want to print out the output of what's in the set though, because this is what I'm going to show you some example here. So now we'll go ahead and print out everything that's in set 2, and we get true, 10, Michael, and 5. But I want to show you what just happened here. Now, notice that how when we inserted the elements into the set, when we initialized the set, we gave this sequence. But when we printed out the sets, as you can see here, we got it's been shuffled around, and that's what a set is. The ordering doesn't matter. So we just proved that, and I'm also going to prove our other points is that sets remove duplicated values. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what sort of methods, what sort of action we can perform on the sets. And like our previous tutorial, we're going to use the dir method to pass in the set object, reference object, to see what things we can do with it. And for now, I'm going to go ahead and comment out this other one. So we'll get that. And as you can see down here, we have a ton of stuff that we can do to it. We can do something, we can do an add, clear, copy, discard, pop, remove. So just a whole bunch of stuff. All right, so now we don't need this anymore. I'm going to go back up here and comment out this line, and this time on top of that, I'm going to go ahead and do try to use the add method on top of the set. So we do set2.add, and I'm just going to try to add in, well, let's just add something in that doesn't exist so far. So we add in 99, okay? And then we'll go ahead and print it out. And as you can see here, 99 has been added, but it's been added in index 1. So ordering, again, doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and remove that. And this time, I'm going to try to add another 5 to this. And we know that 5 exists in here already. Let's just see what happens. I'll save and run it. As you can see here, only 1 5 appear in this set, and it's been shuffled around again. And so as we just proved the point that sets remove duplicated value. Okay, so we can also remove a value. So this time around, I'm going to actually change this just to remove the 5 itself, the 5 element, and we print it out. And 5 has been removed. The 5 element has been removed from this set. Now, I'm also going to prove another point, or not prove another point, but show you what happened when you try to remove something that doesn't exist in this set. So let's go back up here, and I'm going to try to remove false. All right, so false doesn't is not in an element in this set, and let's try to print this out and see what happens. We get a key error. So with remove, it throws an error. However, there's a way that you can remove an element. Well, you can try to remove an element from a set where if it doesn't exist, it wouldn't throw an error. So it'll let your program continue on. And that method is going to be called, what is it? I think it's called discard. So we're going to try now discard false. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this line. Otherwise, it's going to throw the error again. So this time I'll save it and run. And now false wasn't removed because it never existed, but it also didn't cause the program to yell back at you, throw back that error at your face. Now, this is a system design. When you should use one versus the other, discard versus remove. Well, it's all up on your system design. Do you want to alert the user if they attempted to remove something from a set that doesn't exist? Do you want the program to alert the user by raising an error, or do you want it to happen business goal, continue on as usual, and just ignore that? That's something that you have to decide. All right, so that's that. What else can we do here? We can also use the clear method if we want to remove every element from this set. So I'm just going to go ahead and save and run it. And now we have an empty set. All those elements has been removed. Okay? And there's a bunch of other things that we can do with sets, but I'm just going to show you one other thing, which is the in and the not in clause. So you can check whether an element is in a set or not in a set just by using the in or not in. So let's go down here. I'll remove everything else and leave that set what we had it before. And we can do is print and check to see if 5 is in this set too. So that's how it looks. So we're printing out is 5 in set 2, and the output should be either true or false. And we get back true because 5 is in set 2. Vice versa, if we try to do 5 not in set 2, of course we're going to get back false because we know that 5 is in set 2. All right, so that's all about that's everything I want to talk about sets for you guys, and I think that you guys have a good handle on what sets are now. And in our next tutorial, probably going to be covering dictionaries. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day.